Okay, yeah.
Hey there tech heads, welcome back to the channel. So this is the part 2 of the Apple event video I was talking about earlier. If you haven't watched the part 1, please make sure you do so. I'm going to leave it as a link in the description and as a card above. So please make sure you go back and watch the part 1 of this video of the Apple event video. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about the second half of the Apple event, which I was unable to cover previously, which is the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. Alright, so first of all, the new iPhone 11 and 11 Pro Max start out at $999 and $1,099 each for the 64 gigabytes version. So Apple is charging you $1,000 for the 64 gigabyte phone. Alright, they also have Pro in their names, despite the fact that they don't have a ProMotion display like on the higher end iPad, so it's still a normal 60Hz display. Don't know why they use the word Pro, but anyway, let's see. The design and sizes of the phone the two phones anyway, are nearly identical to the phones they released last year. The iPhone 11 Pro is almost the exact same design and size and even build as the iPhone XS, and the 11 Pro Max almost the same build and design as the iPhone XS Max. So what Apple did was they improved these phones in four areas. The battery, the display, the finish, the matte finish, and the cameras. Okay, so let's start with the matte finish. So if you take a look at the iPhone 11 Pro or 11 Pro Max, you can see that it has a new textured finish at the back. The back glass, there should be a picture above where you can see that the phone has this soft looking finish, this frosted glass look at the back. It's not shiny, it's not glossy, it doesn't look like a fingerprint magnet. I personally feel like this was a very good call from Apple, and it kind of looks like a space gray Tesla. Actually looks like a Tesla. The camera square is glossy against the frosted back, which is the opposite of what we have on the iPhone 11, where the back is glossy and the camera square is frosted. Okay, next we have the display. So as for the display, first of all, it is just 60 Hz. It's not 90, it's not 120 Hz like I mentioned earlier. So it's not a ProMotion display, it's just a normal OLED display. So it has an improved brightness. Anyway, they improved the brightness of the display. It now goes up to 1200 nits, which is really bright. It has the same resolution as the XS and XS Max. It has the same size display. The iPhone 11 Pro has the same size as the iPhone XS. The 11 Pro Max has the same size screen as the XS Max. Not much of a change there. It has the same notch. The notches are the same size. It's the same OLED that they used for the display. And they removed 3D touch. So the 3D touch function is now gone. It's now replaced with long touches. So the extra options you got when you force touched an app or an icon is replaced with a long press. So the screen is no longer pressure sensitive. It's just depends on how long you touch the thing you're touching. What else? It has a very weird name. The display has a very weird name. So it's called the Super Retina XDR display. Yeah, Super Retina XDR. That's a mouthful, but anyway. Alright, now moving on to the batteries. The iPhone, on stage, Apple told us that the iPhone 11 Pro has 4 hours more battery than the iPhone XS, a really bold claim. And the iPhone 11 Pro Max has 5 hours more battery than the iPhone XS Max. Also, a really bold claim. I tend to believe this not because these improvements aren't because they used a significantly larger battery cell, but it's more because of the function or the power of the A13 Bionic chip. So the A13 Bionic chip functions more effectively and more efficiently in optimizing and saving battery power. Also, they've included an 18-watt fast charger in the box. Finally, Apple gives us a fast charger in the box. Now it's 18 watts fast charging, not the fastest on the market, but at least it's something. It's some sign of progress. Okay, now moving on to the cameras, which is the main selling point of the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. Now we have 3 cameras on the back of the phone, not 2. We have the normal camera, the normal standard lens. We have a 120-degree ultra wide angle camera, and we have a 2x telephoto camera. You can change them by pushing the buttons at the bottom of the screen in the camera app, or there is a slider, so you can switch between these cameras using the slider in the app. All 3 cameras can record 4K videos at 60 frames per second, which is awesome. You can choose to do portrait mode with either the standard lens or the telephoto lens. So no more having to step back when you're taking portrait mode pictures. You can use the standard lens or the telephoto lens, whichever one you prefer. And also, we have generally better images and videos due to computational photography and improved HDR technology. What else? And they say that we have better Face ID. Now, we're talking about the front cameras and the front sensors. It says 30% faster Face ID, which is still yet to be proven, I think. Then also, they have a slightly improved water resistance. That's what they said. There's a slightly improved water resistance. I don't know how much more they could have improved from IP68, which is what every other manufacturer uses, and which is what they used last year. But anyway, then also about the name iPhone 11 Pro, iPhone 11 Pro Max. There are a couple of features we would have expected from a Pro phone, right? What's the difference between the iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro? These features are what we would have wanted from a Pro phone, but we never got. One of them is, like I said earlier, the Pro Motion display, 120 Hz or 90 Hz at least refresh rates instead of 60. Also, no reverse wireless charging. I remember everyone always thought that the square camera module would be for charging your Apple Watch or your AirPods or something, but there is totally no reverse wireless charging on the iPhone 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max. There is no in-display fingerprint scanner, despite the fact that the technology has gotten good enough for Apple to implement, so not really sure what's going on there. There is no way for you to change the camera settings in the camera app. Still. So you can't change your settings from the camera app. Unfortunately, you have to, if you want to change your camera settings, you're going to have to go to the settings app and then change it from there, which still seems like, Apple, it wouldn't have been difficult for you guys to do this. But anyway, that's what we get. So the bottom line of this entire video is just to tell you guys that I think Apple is trying to sell this phone based on the cameras. If you really want great cameras for video, actually, if you want the best cameras for video right now, then you can't go wrong with the iPhone 11 Pro or 11 Pro Max. As for pictures, I can't really say they're the best. It's the best phone for pictures right now because we're still expecting the Google Pixel 4, we're expecting the Huawei Mate 30 Pro, and those cameras are quite good as well. So let's see how it goes towards the end of the year. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else we need to say about the iPhone 11 Pro. So yeah, that was it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. If you have any comments or suggestions about this video, please make sure to leave them down in the comment section. Or if you have any suggestions about videos you'd like to see in the future, also leave them in the comment section, or feel free to send them to me on social media. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.